Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Jesus, the echo is outside of the building as well as inside of the building. Well, I've been kind of piecing together a plan in the back of my mind for like the next steps for the Barndo. So this is the first step that I've come up with. I think the most important one is going to be the drainage from the building. And it's on, again, a hilltop. You got maybe 30 to 35 feet-ish on the outside here. And we're going to talk about today drainage off of the Barndo. Welcome to Man Time. Oh, this Texas heat is just, it's unbearable. It's only cooling down to 80 at night, and then you wake up and it's 80 and 80% humidity. Same thing at night, 80 and 80% humidity. You get like a short time in the morning where it's still, below 90 and 80% humidity, and then in the afternoon when the humidity dies down and it's only like 95. So we got a little cloud cover today. Hopefully that'll hold out for us. But there was a couple different, things I could do here. There was, trench all along the building and run a piece of pipe all along the building. All of the outfalls or the gutters, drain into that one main pipe and then take it from that one main pipe out, at a couple different spots. But, you get to thinking about it, there's several problems with that. You've got a 4-inch drain spout, and if you run that into like a 4-inch, even to an 8-inch, now you've got to adapt like 4-inch to 8-inch, and even then you're adapting, round to square. All these, drain spouts and drainage off of the building is square, so there's some inherent kind of flaws there, and so I wasn't wanting to figure out the flow rates and all that stuff. So I'm just going to run a piece of pipe, the black flexible drainage pipe, off of each one of the lines, dig some trenches off of each one of the downspouts, just pretty much straight out, to where it falls off. And I used the very last bit of the Mahindra power steering to get it to where I could actually drive the backhoe down. Because I tried starting this a few weeks ago. I might show you a clip here, but I bought a 4-inch drainage pipe, thinking I could manipulate the ends of this square, pipe here. It doesn't work. Well, here we go again. The essence of Man Time, me screwing up so you don't have to. This 4-inch square is not going to fit in this 4-inch round, basically, no matter what I do. I called my contractor, and he was like, yeah, just get some 6-inch. Now, the 6-inch is about triple the price, so no fun there. But at least I'm going to get what I need. The 6-inch, I guess, will fit right over this, so we will be continued. I'm going to take this back, see if I can't get my money back, and then go get some 6-inch and give this one more shot. But that is not a solution to making that work. You need 6-inch drainage pipe, the round flexible stuff, and I'll show you here in a second, to fit onto the 4-inch. And then it just slips on there, kind of, and then you can just screw it in there, dig your trench, lay it in, good to go. So if you've got 4-inch coming off the side of your building, go with the 6-inch. Everything is like $1,000 bill now. Any project that I want to complete, anything that I want to do to it, the bare minimum is $1,000. So I guess keep that in mind as you're finishing out your Barndo. Nothing's cheap. Just nothing's cheap. I did end up doing pretty good on those LED lights, though, didn't I? And maybe that exhaust fan, if I can get that one going. Oh, so there is zero wind right now, and just humidity. Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna dig some trenches. reason I put this, at the top of the priority list is right here. This drain coming off the roof is just, maybe a couple feet off of the sewage line. And that path, is the path of least resistance, right, for the water. Even though I filled it in, there was still a trench there. The soil was not as compact as the soil around it, and the water just rushed right to that spot. So I'm going to kind of divert it around the septic, and we'll see if that solves the problem.
Okay, well, I got the trenches pretty well done. Here's one here. Here's my sweet little girl getting it itched out. Yeah, here's the one that was being kind of problematic. You can see the trench now goes that way, and before it went this way, and you can see like where it was ending up was, you know, right at the septic tank. And then I've got a couple more over here, of course. Next thing is going to be to get the 6-inch irrigation line in there, and we'll take a look at that stuff. Alright, so here's our 6-inch irrigation line, or I can't remember what exactly it was called. I think it's irrigation line. They had it at Lowe's, but not at Home Depot. And again, this was like, oh boy, $300 a roll, something like that. But here was my attempt at trying to make the 4-inch work. That didn't go so well. But you can see here the 6-inch you know, it just slips over there, and then you're screwing it in. Yeah. Well, the humidity got the best of me yesterday, and it's not much better today, and this echo is not very good. But what I'm doing here, I'm stringing it out across the ground. I've already measured the length of the trench. Now I'm going to measure this, but I don't want anything to go to waste, right? So if the trench is a little shorter than 33 1/3, you know, that's okay. But 100-foot rolls, 33 feet per trench. That's going to utilize all of the material, not have anything go to waste, and pretty much be the right size. So I think we're pretty good here. Let's see here, 13. We're going to be right here, 13 1/3. Let's see how easy this stuff is to cut. I'm thinking I'm going to go kind of in the outer rib. Oh yeah, that cuts really easy just with a razor. Let's round up some screws and some tools and go put the first one in the ground. Let's hook up our drainage line here. Now you want to be really careful. These are pretty flimsy on there, so I'm just going to rotate this over and in so it's kind of at the right direction. And even pull it a little forward so it kind of holds itself on there like that. And then the first thing I'm going to do is put one in the bottom of it. I think I want to hold it more at the bottom than at the top. It's almost impossible to get 4 in there, right, for the 4 sides of the square. So, kind of making some decisions here about how I want to have these screws in there. And you don't want to go too tight with them either. This plastic is actually pretty fragile, and you know, especially if it's been sitting out in the sun for any length of time, you can actually just kind of poke right through it. So get it in there and get it started, and then, you know, I'm doing 3 bottom and sides. So we will see if it holds up. All right, there we go. There's a little girl. All right, then the last step of it is just getting it in the trench. No problem there. There we go. Then we go to backfill. And here's the finished product. Again, those 3 bolts on the side, and then down and through the trench and out, and well below grade out there at 33 feet. A couple of these little roots and stuff sticking through there helped out, kind of holding it down on some of them, which was actually pretty nice. It'd be nice if this one had one here to hold it down. And maybe what I need to do here is kind of pull it back and then cover it up, you know, with something. But yeah, there you can see how it's turned out, and hopefully that'll keep the water from coming out here and getting in beside the septic there. So
Alright, man, well, that is going to do it for today on Man Time. I think I made the right choice here. This could all be done in one day if it wasn't, 90 and 90% humidity like it is out here. Oh, it's fun. So if you're looking to get proper drainage on your barn dominium, this is what I'm trying. This is also what my contractor suggested. He also said this would work like if you've got kind of a downward sloping grade along the length of the building. You could run them out like this a little ways and have a trench with like a 8 or 10 inch line a little bit away from the building, and then run it out back or wherever. Just so happens here I've got good drainage. I mean, it's on a hilltop, right? So I just go out a little ways and then it drops off, and for me it's going to work just fine, I think. So if you like this type of stuff, make sure to subscribe. Get out there, have you some man time too.